Is there anyone else that would like to make a comment? Yes, your name and address, please, where you live.
I'm Mark Adams, and I don't need any other
No, you
introduction.
need to tell us where you live.
Well, in fact, I object
We
to
will
your
not
printing
recognize-
people's addresses on the internet, sir. That makes no sense at all. This is an arcane policy you have
We'd
trying
like
to
to
limit
know
public
where you
comment.
live if you'd like to speak.
My name is Mark Adams. Now, as far as this Parks and
Sir, you're out of
Recreation
order
thing,
because you have not given us your address where you live. If, we'll give you one more time if you don't wish
I
to
gave it
speak.
last time, you printed it, it's on the internet. Don't be playing games with residents. We're here to talk about the Parks and
We asked you
Recreation
what,
plan.
sir,
This should be
Sir,
rejected.
you're out of
You're
order.
stealing the money from the township and diverting it to other assets.
I'm going
This
to
is
take
a
a recess
$13
right now.
million
Please remove you from the meeting, please.
It just shows how far. I requested in advance a half hour to speak at the public hearing, and they don't want to hear about quality of life issues. But the fact is, the money's been
You're out of
diverted.
order, sir.
If just $2 per person in the parks district.
You're out of order,
keeps us
sir.
open.
Record to reflect that Mr. Adams at the last meeting gave his address at 1 Mueller Court, which is his mother's address. People tell us that he actually lives at 949 Waste Street, which is on the road to the entrance to the park. He is seen there all the time, sitting on the porch. His car is there all the time. Yes, sir.
Just raising our hands for the public comment.
Okay, and what was your name and address?
Mark Adams, I live in Frankenmuth.
Okay. You can have the podium for 5 minutes.
Last time I was here, you violated my rights, you violated city charters, you violated the Open Meetings Act. I gave you 2 months to give you the space to do the right thing. What have you done, Mr. Mayor, to correct those grievous errors?
Thank you for your comments.
You're held accountable for your actions, sir. This is the Open Meetings Act,
Thank you
and
for your
that you
comments.
violated. And you have an obligation to answer for your actions.
Your comments are noted.
Also, you violated all of these other city charters. Section 14.3, by paving over our park, destroying the park, took out our tennis courts. That wasn't part of any park plan. This is what happens when you operate in this shady manner. But Section 14.3 says when the proposition to sell any park or any part thereof, the proposition to lease, sell, or dispose of the same shall be approved by a 3/5 vote of the electors of the city voting thereon at any general election or special election. We didn't have the opportunity to vote when you destroyed our pool, when you ripped out our par exercise course. Both of those are major parts of our park that you've destroyed without going to a public vote, and I'm asking you now to put that on the ballot this November. We have the right to vote on whether we have a park, especially when there's petitions on the table, 197 people, just a small sampling of all the people supporting. How many people do you have supporting the closure and the funneling off of park and pool monies into other foolish ventures? How many signatures? Where's your support for closing the pool? You're not operating like a democracy, you're a disgrace. The other violations and parts of the charter you've broken are getting rid of the cross-country skis. Section 1.134 says selling or exchanging municipal equipment, supplies, or materials. No supplies, materials, or equipment shall be sold without receiving competitive bids. Therefore, and the value of if it exceeds the sum of $5,000, those cross-country skis were generating revenues. You know that. You took away those revenues. You took out the fund. And you destroyed the course by putting in tennis courts there that aren't even part of the parks plan. When I hold up this parks plan, I've got the last 3 here. You show me where it said you're going to pave over the park, destroy the natural lay of the land. That also is a violation of city code. It says park property, no person in a park shall Section 3, dig or remove any soil, rocks, stones, trees, shrubs, or plants. You've been cutting down trees with no plans to replace them. You're not allowed to be digging. These things, the public has a voice. You're not the king here, despite what you might think. And when you don't have, you destroy 50 years of family traditions of swimming in the park just because you don't like to go. Frankly, sir, you could use a little exercise, and I resent you destroying the top 3 venues in the city. The pool, the cross-country skis, the parkours. Now you took out the tennis this summer, so we can't use. These are all violations. We're a nation of laws. We're not invading other countries and occupying them, trying to bring a democracy there, only to lose it to people like you who don't have any respect. These are just your stupid Republican family values, destroying our quality of life, destroying the democracy. Now, think you're above the Open Meetings Act? What are you going to do about that? You know that all of the business you did after that point in that meeting is null and void. I gave you 2 months, just so people can see what you're made of. But now it's time to act. You're willing to spend about twice what the combined 3-year net operating budget of the pool to demolish it. You're talking about the last numbers available show it only cost $15,000 to operate this pool after all the revenues came in from swimming lessons, where people have to go out of town. You think you don't want people coming here and using your pool? Meanwhile, you think Frankenmuth people should impose on other communities? You know, other people, you know it's on record of people going to Clio and other places because you you destroyed single-handedly 50 years of family values. I'm asking you to do the right thing, or this is going to be a very long winter.
Thank you for your comments, they have been noted. Is there anyone else that would like to speak?
I would also like to add that I pledge $1,000 so that we can get a repair budget for repairing this pool and to start the repairing of the pool now while the weather's still good. I'll pledge $1,000. You voted to divert the money away. I'm asking each of you who voted against the parks plan, who voted for this and destruction of the pool, to pledge $1,000 as well. Will you do that, Mr. Mayor?
Could you please take your seat?